beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of Channel Your Light, Own Your Intuitive. My name is Erin Chandler, for those of you who are new here. So I want to talk about mediumship. I want to remove all the limitations of mediumship because you are all mediums and you are all connected to your loved ones who have passed. I recently had a reading with a beautiful starseed who came here to make a big impact on the planet, and her father showed up in this reading. And this was very powerful for me because this is something that comes through a lot, but her dad really put it into a very specific context. So mediumship for me has never been about proving whether or not it's real. You know, what are the facts? Does my grandma have red hair or brown hair? Mediumship is never about that for me. Mediumship is actually about healing. What could not be healed in the physical 3D plane in our relationships can be healed with spirit through mediumship with the souls who are still here embodied on the earth plane. Mediumship is about healing. You'll notice that mediumship, or being a medium, is a medium. It's a medium of energy. It's the ability to tap into a certain frequency or a waveform. Hence, you are all mediums. You are all intuitives. You are all many things that we actually put a label on or a limit on and say, oh, that's a special rare gift. It is not a gift of the few, my friends. It is a gift of the many. You all have the ability to attune to that because it is part of consciousness. Whether you are in a body or out of a body, you are still part of consciousness. That's why in readings and in sessions, I always explain to people, spirit shows up. I'm spirit and you're spirit. We're spirit embodied. Our loved ones who have crossed over, transcended, released the body, transitioned, however you wish to call it, they are spirit disembodied. But they're still spirit and you're still spirit. So oftentimes the living show up in people's readings in terms of their relationships and different soul contracts that they have if it's for their highest good. Because we are all spirit. Mediumship is not about talking to the dead. It is about conversing with spirit for the purposes of healing, of moving along the ascension process. So, the message that her dad had for all of us. So I'm just hearing, that's a little tidbit about mediumship. That's like the basis of foundation of mediumship that I teach. And in addition, this is also a very important, impactful message from this beautiful leader, follow the leader, this leader starseed's dad, the message that he had for us. So the message was this: the thing that he missed the most, he talked about strawberry shortcakes. And I asked, why is he talking about strawberry shortcake? Because that was one of his favorite things to do with his daughter. So he had a reference of strawberry shortcake. Now, this is how mediumship works. It was intended to lead us to the most important, impactful, profound message, which is this. He said, you know, you're all in the body and you're experiencing life and you're experiencing traumas and addictions and all these different things that don't feel good, and negativity and ancestral patterning and thought forms that do not expand us, rather they limit us. In the physical plane, the thing that I miss the most is the taste of the most exquisite food. He misses looking at the stars and feeling the breeze on his face and listening to the birds and being in nature and watching the horses and listening to the horses' hooves on the ground, the way we get to relate with each other in a physical body, because the body is the disconnection, my friends. That is the separateness. The body is the separateness of spirit, because we're all spirit, whether you're in a body or not. So when we embody our vessel in the spirit, now he's just talking a mile a minute right now, when we embody, our spirits embody and decide to hold the energy, the dense energy of a body, because it's not our body holding our spirit is holding this physical vessel here. Because of that, what happens is this: we in the earth plane forget that we're here to experience the sensualness, the taste, the pure freedom and joy of creating, of doing something that we love, of being with people that we love, of dancing with freedom, unabashed joy. Yes, there is all these modalities on the earth plane to experience. We are so used to, as a collective consciousness, experiencing the hate, the jealousy, the doubt, the mind control, the shifting, the dimming, the less than, the institutions that really create a ginormous and enormous, ginormous is not a word, but it's a word in Erin's dictionary. The ginormous disparity that happens. So much of the collective consciousness just repeats those patterns that we never get to move into the place of feeling the joy of creating, the freedom, the expansion, eating foods that literally taste so good, being in nature, being with each other and experiencing each other. I'm being told a reference to this is, if you think about the last 2 years where we were put into situations where we had to be disconnected physically from other people, that impacted our children, that impacted everyone, because when you remove the human factor in this physical vessel, yes, some of us deepen our spiritual aspects, but we're spiritual beings having a human experience. We're meant to experience all the beautiful denseness and bringing things into form, and the excitement of it, and the joy and the beauty, the feel of it, the physicality of it. When he says, you all came here to be in the body, and then you got here, you're like, this don't feel good. He says, but we're all spiritual beings and we're all spirit. And the thing that most of us in spirit miss is the fact that on the spiritual plane, I got to eat strawberry shortcake. So eat strawberry shortcake for me. Put extra whipped cream on top, because literally revel in the little things that make the human experience so powerful. These are mini treasures all around you. They will call you back into sheer gratitude and abundance and grace and joy. It is not the big thing. It is the little things that bring you joy. It is the compounded interest of all those little things, even if it's one thing every day. Call back that sensuality. Call back that enjoyment of life, because on this journey, many of us forget that enjoyment. We forget that we're not here to work a 9 to 5 and follow the system where there is no joy and it's just the same thing every day. Boring. We move into the fact that we're creating and doing something with joy. You have a soul calling. There is something that you enjoy more than anything, that just tickles your fancy, or gives you butterflies, or brings you joy, or puts a smile on your face, whether it is writing, whether it is painting, whether it is making things, whether it is dancing, whether it is singing. It does not matter what it is, my friends. What matters is that you follow that soul calling of that thing that brings you joy, because it is your reprieve on the earth plane. It is also a healing modality for you on an earth plane. The thing that you are called to is your healing modality, specifically, intrinsically, deeply ingrained in your soul's blueprint. It is there for a reason. Do it. If you have forgotten your joy, find it. You must find it. If the dark exists, and the sadness exists, and the grief exists, and the sorrow and the oppression, do you know what else exists? The freedom that exists, and the joy and the sheer essence of creating. It is so powerful. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. There is no such thing as failure. There is only making and unmaking. We tend to move about thinking, oh, I can only create this thing if everybody likes it and it's this big success. No, the creations that you bring into form on the earth plane, it wouldn't matter if nobody on the whole earth plane saw it. It was created. It has energy. It just moved into the collective consciousness on the earth plane. Whether 1 million people saw it or only you did. It's not about creating things and a success being on a grand scale. Sometimes the success is getting out of bed. That is the truth for some people on this journey. It is a success just to get out of bed. Sometimes the success is, I did something I don't normally do and nobody knows that, and that's okay. Sometimes it's getting out your mat and doing your yoga. Sometimes success is making a meal that's really, really healthy. Sometimes the success is having discipline. Sometimes the success is letting go. Success looks like many, many, many different things, and it is not at all what you have been taught success actually is. When you look about your journey, sometimes the success is looking at, I created something. I made somebody smile today. For some of you, the success is actually allowing yourself to be the reason that you smile. That is one of the greatest successes, to find deep peace in oneself. It is a success to simply be and know that you are worthy. It is a success to sit down on a beach and meander about your life and all of the big and wonderful questions that we ask. Sometimes it is a success to just vacuum your house. Everyone's success is different, and there are many different perspectives of success. Do not be afraid to fail. Do not feel like something has to be enormous. Those who are the most successful on the grand scale, nobody sees the behind the scenes stuff that happens. So never compare yourself to another. The human experience is not meant, you are not meant to be here to be a success according to the paradigm or the social conditioning. That is not what you all came for. We all came here to be all of us. That is the success. That is the success, being all of you, and the freedom and acceptance of who you are, and taking the pieces of the journey and saying, yes, that happened, and here's what I'm making out of it. Yes, this happened, and here's what I'm doing with it. That is the success. It is overcoming and becoming more, and unveiling and unraveling and moving with the deep wisdom that change is. Change is wisdom. It is a constant, a vibrational energy that exists within all of us. The only way to fail is to become stagnant and not move. And that technically isn't even a failure, because Spirit is saying some of you will sit so stagnant for so long that the universe is going to move you. The key here is, giant key, some of you are waiting to be eclipsed, is the term I'm hearing, to be eclipsed or be changed or moved by the divine. And the divine is like, no, 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 that's backwards. We're asking you to move. You do not want to wait for the divine to move you if you haven't taken any action towards expanding, enlightening, helping yourself, removing self-sacrifice. When you wait for the divine to move you, it kind of gets messy, and it's abrupt, and it's shifty, and it doesn't feel good. When you wait for the divine to move you, you create a lot of entanglement and a mess that didn't have to happen. This is very black and white. I want to be clear about this. When we take steps to move forward, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's unknown. Yes, we're not sure if we're going to succeed or fail. It doesn't really matter. The divine doesn't want to wait for you to be eclipsed. They want you to step forward and eclipse within your own energy. Find your way out of that caterpillar shell. Sometimes that's very, very hard. The struggle is worth it. Not everybody's willing to do the struggle. If you're watching this channel, you are most definitely here to eclipse parts of you and not have the divine eclipse you, for you to eclipse you, because that is your most powerful stance. That is your I am presence. That is you commanding. That is you getting off the wheel of karma and stepping into your dharma. So dharma is you creating without the interferences or having to deal with messes and cleaning up and figuring all that out. I look at the 12 laws as of karma, which 12 houses, side note as well. This is why karma, that concept of karma, is changing. Many of you as creators are stepping onto your path of dharma. Now, I want to be very clear. Erin here doesn't teach about karma and dharma. I am simply sharing what's coming through from my guides, and this is wisdom deep within you, they're saying. So there's this knowing in me that karma is changing for a number of reasons. The reason we are still on the wheel of karma is because we have not made amends and called back our personal power. When we are fully engaged and commanding our own energy and self-mastery, you cannot be on the wheel of karma. You are automatically in your dharma, creating. And this is because your thoughts matter. You are specific with your thoughts. You are specific with your actions that you take. The wheel of karma is like being pushed and pulled and things happening to you. When we step into our Dharma, it is no longer happening to us. We are co-creating in the essence that we are mindful and careful of what we are creating and how we are creating, but we are still flowing with the essence of the river, the divine, the joy, the peace, and creating from that standpoint. It's no longer being shifted and moved. Ping pong balls. I'm seeing somebody, you've been ping pong balled all over karma. Here's the thing, you learned your lessons in the wheel of karma. You're supposed to be in your Dharma, but you need to command your energy in order to do that. I'm feeling somebody with big energy. And I don't mean big like loud energy. I mean big energy, like I can see your wheels turning like, holy crap, yes, I no longer need to do this. That's the key. You no longer need to do this. It's a choice. I'm being referenced of the chosen ones. They don't show up to fix you, heal you, save you. They show up to say, hey, I chose myself. That's why I'm chosen. And I'm asking you to choose yourself so that you understand that you're chosen too, because we are all creators. Not everyone's on this journey. This is true. There are those on the earth plane who are not on the journey of needing to create. This is why we have the architects. This is why we have the designers. This is why we have the creators. Each plays an integral role in how the earth plane exists. So not everybody's on this journey. But again, I'm saying come full circle. If you are watching this channel, make no mistake, you are here to create. You are here for freedom. You are here to ignite your I am presence. You are here to be activated. So when you're listening to these videos, you may notice an energizing of your energy, a reminder, a sudden feeling of courage. How big your brave is, say what you want to say. This is for a reason. We are co-creating. Our energy is co-creating to rise up, to raise each other up. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, my friends. In this journey on the spiritual plane, this beautiful woman's father, it wishes to say one more thing. He says, I just have one more thing to add. If you can experience all the things that are dark, so too can you experience all the things that are light. Coming home to the house of self on the physical plane is always an exquisite feeling. You cannot call back all of you if you do not willingly accept that you are here on the earth plane at this time. He says this is for those of you who have struggled with wanting to go home and not wanting to be here. He says please dip into the sensuality of the earth plane, what has been created by Creator for you to enjoy, to play. This is a landscape that is rich with so many beautiful, exquisite things that are meant for you to enjoy, to learn from, to simply be in, simply sit in the sun, that alone to feel its warmth pour through you, all through your vessel is a sensual and beautiful experience of joy that is on the earth plane, created by Creator for you. It is a reprieve. So those of you who feel low, this Father wants to lift you up. I want to lift you up. You must choose to be lifted by taking the information and actively doing it. Wisdom is action. Actually sitting out in the sun and receiving its rays, receiving its warmth, receiving that gold frequency. That automatically brings you into your body, feeling the warmth on your skin, reminding you, allow it to fill your vessel. It's just something that's so easy, my friends, but we don't do this because we're so caught up in the wheel of go, 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 of do, do, do. Instead of being, we are doing. And sometimes being is doing, but there's also the intrinsic part of being, which is enjoying. This earth plane was created for us to play in. Yes, we are creating. Yes, the earth plane is a mess. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend that that is not also true. But there are also places on this earth plane that have a divine organization already created, and there is such beauty there. There is beauty in the chaos of the wildflowers in the field. Is there not? They grow wild. And the gardener who likes it to be prim and proper would look at the wild field and say, my God, that is chaos and it needs to be cleaned up. But the beautiful woman who is dancing in the wild flowers, I'm hearing Tom Petty, you belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You who lives amongst the wildflowers, who runs wild, who grows free. Or opposite, maybe you grow wild so that you can run free. You would look at that prim and proper garden and say, can I plant a wildflower there to see the beautifulness of it? One man's treasure is another man's trash. It's the view, it's the perspective. And one is not right and the other wrong. They are both right for the soul that attunes to that organization or that chaos. And make no mistake, the wildflower field is not chaos. It is not chaos at all, even if one may perceive it to be. So, create, enjoy. This Father says, enjoy the earth plane. It's the little things. Don't forget that it's the little things that keep us going. Think about the calendar and the days and the things we lead up to. Think about compound interest when you have investments. Think about the little things that keep you going. One big thing does not change everything. It is the little things that continue that change. The momentum, it is the habit, the consistency. So too is it if you want to live a life of joy, remind yourself of the little things and be in the moments of the exquisiteness of the earth plane and the physical vessel. For that, my dear, is what I miss the most. To be with all of you in the physical body. Yes, I am with all of you in spirit, and so too are all your loved ones. But to be on the physical plane is such an exquisite experience, something that many forget as they move along the journey here and move through their struggles, that there is such beauty in just being in the body. It is meant to be enjoyed, not shamed. It is meant to be loved, not sacrificed. It is meant to be enjoyed, not hated on and turned away from. It is meant to be freed, not shackled. The divine is here to help us do that. Mediumship is about healing. It's about helping you come home to your house of self. It is a frequency that each and every one of you have access to. But only if you know. Because when you all know that you can attune to that frequency, there's somebody on here, you're talking to your loved ones frequently. They hear every word you say. Your job is to actually listen to their response. Because yes, you are talking to them. They're also trying to respond. But you must breathe and listen and receive. The talking to them is the action asking for help. They're saying, receive us. Receive our answer. Because you are not alone. Oh, what beautiful messages from this Father. Just makes me so happy. I love what I do, my friends, not just for the mediumship, because it's so much more than that, but it truly is about healing and coming back online and opening consciousness and stepping into the facets of ourselves that have been forgotten or denied or dismissed. And it's such a beautiful expansion on all levels. And please take this message. Know that you are all intuitive and all connected and can tune to these frequencies as much as you want. Please play on the earth plane. There's such exquisiteness here for us to enjoy. Don't forget that that's part of your journey too. I am sending you all enormous, ginormous, according to Erin's dictionary. And please like, share, and comment. Let me know if you've had connections with your loved one, if you suddenly tuned into these frequencies. If you're feeling like you're struggling, go outside, follow the leader, follow the instructions by spirit, because you are spirit too. I'm sending you all big love, and until next time, friends, I will see you on the next video.